You missed us and you know it. What's up, everybody? Back with the real contrast. I'm Brian K.
And I'm Kyle A.
From Homes to Hearth, we bring the keys to
success.
Success, happiness, love, peace.
All of it. All of it.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
How you been?
Good, man. It's been a journey. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
You know?
Lots of things shaking in the world right now.
Oh, boy.
Japanese stock market tanked. I mean, things like that have impact on our world here. Real impact.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Lots of things in the real estate world. Lots of, I guess I'd say, predictions coming to fruition now with the NAR settlements.
Yep.
We're seeing the new documents roll out. We're all scratching our head going,
why?
what's this mean?
Yeah.
And I tell you this, so without getting too much into why we're in the settlement and blah, 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 all of this, I want to talk about the changes in Idaho as we view.
Right.
Okay? Because I've been preaching this since I heard this was going to come along, and I'm like, doesn't sound like they're changing much.
No, it doesn't, actually.
It's shocking.
I think it's just I gotta be honest, I think it's mostly how where it's positioned and how it's worded. I mean,
yes.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so buyer representation, 4 pages. We used to have everything that we did for our clients up front.
Right.
All their things that we protect them from, and
right.
all of that. And now, right there on page 1, section 4 is commissions.
Yeah.
Now,
let's just talk about commissions first.
I mean, here's what we're going to charge for you. You want to know what we do now? Like, I mean, you get a quote from the plumber down the street. He's like, okay, I'm going to come in. I'm going to remove the toilet. We've got a disposal fee. We've got new toilet charge. We've got install to handle, labor. Boom. At the bottom, here's what I'm going to do. Now we're coming in as realtors. And we're like, we're going to charge you X.
Yeah.
So you want to know what we do? Okay. Now let's.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, well, you have a choice now.
No, actually,
or commissions are negotiable. They've always been.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, actually, now the public doesn't really have a choice now. It takes a choice away because they have to sign with an agent to view a house.
They don't have to sign with an agent and have representation. They can sign the RE5,
right?
Which says, and this is the funny thing. So if you don't know Idaho, we've always had that you had to have an agency disclosure.
Right, absolutely.
And what that agency disclosure is stating that we have told you your rights as a consumer.
Absolutely.
Now, do most people do that at the first business-like meeting? No. And that's part of the reason why we now have an RE5, which says basically the same thing as the agency disclosure, but you're not getting into bed together. You are not my hired help. Right. And as an agent, you can charge me $5, $500, 5%, open the door for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything, all of the good stuff for me.
Right.
But
hey, I'll take your money.
Which in the past was just having the agency disclosure sign. Right. And so now we've added a document that we need to explain.
Yeah.
And I think that, well, I tell you, we're blessed.
Oh, absolutely.
We're blessed here in Idaho because there are a lot of states that are like, I watched a video today where someone was saying that now the buyers can represent themselves, where they've never been able to do that before.
Oh boy, that's going to be a fun one.
That's always been, I mean, someone could come to you, you're a listing agent, and say, Kyle, I want to write an offer on the house, and I am not going to have an agent.
Right, that's a non-agent.
So there's nothing different.
Yeah.
Then now, and my favorite one, this is the one that cracks me up, is we have a RE16B, which doesn't mean nothing to anybody that's watching, but essentially what it is it is a document that a a listing brokerage can give to a buyer's agent and says, we're offering this much money for this, and why don't you just ask?
Yeah. Well, in our brokerage, we actually have, it's called silvercreekoffers.com, and it just gives all the agents to say, hey, you can go on our website and see exactly what they do.
Easy peasy.
It's the same difference. It's just going around the MLS.
They took it from the one spot that everybody could see it and said you can put it anywhere else but this.
Yeah.
And they still want brokerages to cooperate.
What I get a kick out of is all the humor that's been floating around, like, hey, I'm having an open house, they're cookies and 3% milk. You know?
Stupid. I'm not playing that game.
I'm
no commission.
No, who wants to do that?
Call me up, I'll tell you. And then it's in the offer too, so it really doesn't even matter if they're offering something or not. You can just write it and see if they'll pay it. So it's been a lot of. Here's what Kyle and I had a conversation today, and I said, everyone is in the same boat. Right. Well, remember that for the next month. All you realtors out there, they're going, oh my God, whatever the problem is. Everyone's in the same boat. Have some grace with some agents if they call you, because I can tell you right now the most experienced agent that has written, $1 billion worth of volume and put together 1,000 transactions, they're dealing with these new documents just like you are.
Yep.
In fact, a newer agent has the advantage because they never knew otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Well, I just don't see it's not even really a hurdle, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a little extra paperwork, and at the end of the day, it kind of gives you more time with your clients and your business. You know,
it's increasing the likelihood that the buyer's agent is going to call the selling agent,
which you should be doing.
Absolutely.
But hopefully they answer the phone.
Well, I'm not guaranteeing that.
Man, I tried calling this guy 10 times. Still didn't answer. How do you do it?
Yeah.
How do you get away with that? Matter of fact, I'm closing one tomorrow, and I spoke with the guy once when he was calling for his buyers, and he won't answer his phone since. And I'll send a text message, and it's 2 days later I get an answer.
There's no wonder that people have irritations or irritated skin around agent commission.
Yeah.
Because there's some agents out there.
You should be on it.
I did a transaction with a guy 2 years ago. I happened to be looking up an old listing, and I was like, oh, look. And I looked, and I go, this guy is a buyer's agent on one of my listings right now. We're not under contract, but I've been going back and forth with him for a month and a half.
Yeah.
I had no idea I had transacted with him.
Yeah.
Because he was that insignificant.
Dude, yeah. Well, he's not insignificant.
He was in that transaction.
Well, okay. I'm looking at it as like a person. Nobody's insignificant, right? But he wasn't playing his part to a high degree.
Your dog might be significant, but it wasn't significant in my transaction.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, dude, I had the weirdest blunder yesterday.
Let's hear it. Blunder.
So I'm at. It was kind of like a mental blunder. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this lady who called me was so professional, I thought she was a realtor.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, dude.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, so this lady calls me up. I'm at a barbecue. I hadn't seen my friend in a couple years, and she's talking about this listing and how she wants to show her friend or her family member. I'm like, yeah, just go ahead and get on the MLS and go into showing time and schedule a showing. My seller will answer it as soon as she gets it. So she says, okay. Hangs up the phone. I'm like, cool, I didn't catch her name. And I go back to doing what I'm doing. I get a call like 45 minutes later. And she goes, well, how do I get this showing? I'm like, well, just go ahead. So I started talking to her, and then I started twirling around in my head, and I go, are you a new agent? She goes, no. I said, are you an agent? She goes, no. She goes, no. We both had a big old chuckle, and I told her how sorry I was. And you know what? And then I told her at the end, I said, now this is how good relationships start.
That's it.
You
there
know?
It is. Yes.
So I set up a showing you. We'll do that Friday.
The blender. The blender.
Yeah. It's been a good roller coaster for me, man. My head's in many different places.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, but it's sober. It's a sober mind.
That's a great thing.
You know, 206 days today.
Nice.
No alcohol.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
An absolute blessing.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to crack open the bottle and drink everything I possibly could the other day because I listed a property fraudulently.
Yeah, let's hear that.
So, I shared with Kyle a little bit. I'm talking to agents out there. I'm talking to people that are in the industry right now, title reps. We need to get this message out there more. Because as soon as I shared it on my TikTok last week, another buddy of mine calls me up and goes, dude, I'm literally sitting in a fraudulent listing right now. I think, how did you figure that out? And so, first off, I don't pay for internet leads. I never really have, but I got an internet lead from Bing Bing Boom. I don't know what it was. I really don't have anything against that company. It came in and said, hey, I want a valuation on my home. And of course, you know, good rapport is not built through emails.
No.
Good rapport is built with me on the phone. And I learned years ago that if I can't talk to you, I won't do business with you. And so maybe that's a message to all the scammers out there.
Yeah.
Get better at talking on the phone.
Yeah.
But to anybody that's doing this, like, add that to your repertoire. If you're okay with doing business with someone just by email, be very cautious. So the scam is targeting vacant land with out-of-state owners.
Right.
That's the big thing, right? The person is not likely going to be at the property to notice for sale signs. And so, I emailed this guy back. I said, hey, you know, I've listed a property right there, and let's hop on the phone and talk about this a little bit. And he did. He hopped on the phone. He had a Latin heritage name. He had broken English, so that seemed like it went well. But I tell you, the biggest of this story is listen to your gut. Because I didn't have pizza the night before.
Right.
So that was 100% God talking to me going, bro, keep digging. Keep digging, keep digging. And I did the traditional due diligence, called title, got all the information, matched it up, looked good, sent him information, he signed it, kept digging. Okay, let's go back to the original deed of trust, called that, and I talked to the title company, and this same thing happened on that same property in January. So, agents out there, you want listings. You want listings, right?
Yeah.
We're hungry. It's been a very hard year so far, and so we're all doing what we can, and don't lose sight, right? Like, don't just take something without doing. And if you suspect anything, dig deeper. Go talk to your broker. Talk to your friends. Like, keep digging until you have confirmed that you're either right or that this is something you need to get away from.
Absolutely. No, I mean, I'm glad that it happened to you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, the reason I'm glad that it happened to you is because your character, for one, and your ability and your know-how in this industry. And it really rang a bell when you were telling me about it, because for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how they were doing it, right? Or how they can actually get away with it. But then I started, when talking to you, actually brought more insight to me, and I realized how they can do it. Because, like, you can get a fake ID anywhere, right? And if you can pass that through a mobile notary,
that's the key, is getting it through that mobile notary, right?
Yep.
That's going to be, so one thing that I've also added to my repertoire now not only do I have to talk to you on phone, but if we're going to be, if you're an out-of-state seller, especially for vacant land, like houses are a little bit different. I mean, if you sent me the key to the house, that's a lot different, right?
Right. That's why they're not doing houses.
But I'm asking for a driver's license as well.
Amen.
And then I can take that, and you can go back and compare that, and
so
you
now
have a lot more power.
So now you're doing a public service, and you really are. And the more of us agents out there who are aware of this, the more we can protect our community and ourselves.
Yep.
You know, that's
Yep.
a big one, dude. Good job.
Thank you. And get it out there, because it's not just me. It's not brand new. This is something that's been around for a while, and I'll tell you, it got me. Like, there's, you know, and so be cautious.
I'm giggling because I'm like, you know, you get an email for somebody, they have an accent, don't just go scammer.
No.
Yeah.
No, and I tell you this, going back to a show we did a little while ago, I don't have as much faith in, or I have even less faith in WhatsApp. I know that I defended it a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
I walked through those, a couple of those, and they both appeared to be scam.
Yeah.
One gal, I got on the phone, had a conversation, did a buyer consult, right?
Yeah.
Started sending her some homes, and the thing is, they want to get buddies with you.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, they're talking about cryptocurrency or investing in some, you know, invest in best widgets ever. If you just send me $100, $1,000, $10,000, I don't know what it turns into, but
all of your money.
we had a great conversation. Where I ended the relationship was she kept bugging me like every hour. I was getting a text from her like, "Hey, how's it going? What are you doing today?" And I'm like, "I'm working." "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're out. We're getting ready to take a group tour with my company, and we're going out on the boat a little bit later today." "Neat. How's your afternoon?" I'm like, "It's just as good as the morning was." Okay, so she did that a couple days in a row, and I'm like, okay, maybe this person's overly friendly, right? Like,
Yeah, I've seen them.
I give you guys so much benefit of the doubt, you have zero idea. Like, it kills me, kills my wife. She's just like, "Brian, drop that," right? Like, anybody's like, skip that. And so I hadn't heard from her for a couple days because I stopped responding to the BS text messages. I sent out a monthly email, and she responds back to that monthly email like she never heard from me. Said, "I'm looking for a $2 million,
instant.
$2 million, blah blah," and I'm just like, archive.
I got that sort of activity in my first 2 years of business, and you can tell it didn't take me long to tell. But you know, and the scams are picking up, man.
Oh, big time.
And it's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Lots of weird stuff.
Lots of weird energy, but I think we're at our breaking point for this one.
I'm loving it. Are we just gonna say nothing now?
I don't even do that.
All right, till next time. Hey, if you guys like this content, drop us a line what you'd like to see. Like our page, follow us, keep laughing at us like Kyle over here. I'm Brian K.
I'm Kyle A. Peace.